Today we're going to explore whether or not you should get a mammogram, the pros and cons. And this is a very personal subject for me. My mother has a long history with breast cancer, and so it is something that I work really hard at preventing. And you hear a lot about early detection, and I think that that is important. And so, we have a choice as women. Do you get mammograms? And so the literature is very conflicting. And so I was just researching on PubMed, and you can find articles supporting them and you can find articles that do not support them. And I will link to two specific ones that I'm going to discuss. One article says that mammograms will increase your likelihood of getting breast cancer. And another article, which was a systemic review of multiple journals, and these are all from PubMed. In this, it says that if you do not get mammograms, you will reduce your chance of getting breast cancer by 1/3. It's crazy, right? And so, why is this? Mammograms use radiation, and so they are actually flattening the breast and putting radiation in. And one mammogram is not going to give you breast cancer, but if you're getting them yearly or very often, you are getting a lot of radiation over time, and radiation is a known carcinogen. And so here we are, and what do you do? So personally, I have done two different things. I wanted to do them both before I discuss them. I got a Prenuvo scan about 6 months ago. Prenuvo uses MRI and AI, and it's super interesting. It tells you a lot of information about not just your breast, but it'll pick up on tumors, muscular things, all sorts of things. I found out that I have another ovarian cyst, very small. But anyway, an important part of my Prenuvo scan was that I learned for the first time that I have dense breast tissue, which my mother also has, and she said that her sisters do as well, so it's likely hereditary. And dense breast tissues make mammograms even less effective because they're really hard to see tumors in mammograms. Another issue with mammograms are that they have a lot of false positives, and so you have a false positive and you don't do a different kind of scan, you could be treated for breast cancer that you don't actually have, which is so much suffering and emotional turmoil and pain, oh my goodness, unnecessarily so. So anyway, back to Prenuvo. I did Prenuvo. They make the scan really amazing. It's my first MRI. They let you watch a movie. It is expensive, so it's pricey, and so that may be constrictive for some people, but that is definitely an option. The other option, and I did both, was to have a breast ultrasound. I found on Instagram, actually, there was a company called HerScan who has been traveling around the country, and I went and did a scan, and it was super easy. It took, 15-20 minutes. This cost me out of pocket like $200 and some, so it's not cheap, but it was cheaper than Prenuvo. And there's much less risks involved with ultrasound. So for me personally, I do not plan on getting mammograms. I know this is alarming from some people, and some people are going to reach out to me and tell me that they disagree with my choice, and that is fair. You are able to do that. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I tell you this really just for your information. Don't take my word for it. Read the research and do your own research and see where you land and what feels good for you. But personally, after researching, I believe that I am better off without the radiation in my breast. And I will continue to do ultrasound breast scans and Prenuvo scans periodically. I think probably the cadence would be ultrasounds possibly yearly, every other year at most as far as the length. And Prenuvo scans, maybe I do those every 3 years or so. And so I also think that self-checks are so important, and that's something that's free and can be done by anyone. Check your breast with your hands. I think that my mother included, she's the one who found her first lump. I know I think she found her first and possibly her second herself. I have a friend who also found her own lump. So I think that, we have that tool accessible to all of us. And so, this is meant to be informative, and you can do with it what you want. Just telling you my experience and what my plan is as far as mammograms. I hope you find this useful. I'd love to hear from you. Please share this with other women, and please comment below. Wishing you all well. Thanks so much for your time.